All right. Hello and welcome to session 7 of Business in Lahles. First things first, just as we always do, how are each of the players tonight? Well, let's start with Kadir and Onyx.
Doing well, Kyle. Thanks for asking.
Doing really well. As you guys see, we have a new overlay. It looks amazing. I'm so happy about
It
it.
is pretty hype.
Yeah, it's got a chat box and everything. This way I can see if anyone says anything mean.
Good. That's what we want to see. It isn't. Please don't.
Trace,
Thank
how are
you.
you doing this week?
Good.
Do you have a good week or just
Yeah, I got good. I got some time off for once and
nice?
been playing a bit of computer and so on, so it's all
That's the most we ever got out of him.
good. It's amazing.
Krev.
It's been actually it's been 2 weeks because we were off last week, but it's been good.
That is true.
Just we've been checking out Baldur's Gate and how terrible it is, with all the glitches, but it's still fun. No, for real, it's a lot of fun. It's just they got a lot of work to do to get that game up to speed.
Yeah, I'm trying desperately not to play it because I want to play the full experience, and on myself, I'm just going to go berserk if I stop playing it.
And they've got a lot of content out there. It's just the glitches
Yeah,
are nasty right now.
I don't really care, but I need the full game because I'm just going to
Yeah.
complete it in 20 hours, sit down, play 20 hours, and then I'm going to get annoyed. And we have to wait a year for it to come out.
We've lost more content than we have than we have
than you
saved.
can find.
Like it's
Just
the
that
amount-
thing where we can't save has been a big
Ah,
issue.
yes, yes.
I mean, like we were saying, Monday we lost an hour and a half of gameplay because you couldn't save the game when you're stuck with the dialogue chat where it's stuck over your head even though you're not in dialogue. Trying to get that canceled out is a pain in the ass so that you can save. Anyways, I'm sure they'll fix it because that's like a huge glaring issue.
Reckon, how was your 2 weeks?
It's good. So one of the reasons we were off last week was because I was taking an important professional exam for my job, which I passed. Real happy about that. So I'm transitioning back into a life without studying for right now, getting ready for the baby, playing the Overwatch Halloween event, trying to hunt down a flight stick for PC, which is extremely difficult since the Flight Simulator and Squadrons for Star Wars came out, but we'll see.
Oh, the sticks work with the Squadrons game too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
They drop a lot of sick lore in that game for you Star Wars lore hounds out there.
I've been looking at getting it. I just haven't yet because we've been playing Baldur's Gate.
It's only like what, $40-$45?
Yeah, for a new game, that's pretty reasonable.
I mean, they're not planning any kind of DLC for it, so that might be why. But oh well.
Maybe.
I'm just happy they gave us a Trandoshan character who isn't an asshole for once.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, he's like one of the main characters.
All right. I don't know you picked up the game.
No, I've been watching YouTube's.
Okay.
Well, since we had last week off, are you guys ready for a nice little detailed recap and then get into our game?
Yes,
Sure.
most definitely.
All right. So the last we left off, the party started out on April 3rd, just after slaying some spiders and beginning to clear out the spider dens of its and its web cocoons. After spending a bit of time clearing out the dens, the party had found a rotting corpse, 2 dead orcs, a nearly dead human, and a steel cage containing a puppy. Trace buries the dead, but not before the party loots each of the dead bodies, finding a decent amount of coin and gems. When cutting open the cocoons, the human male found matches the description of Gregory, and as Onyx places her hands upon him to feel a pulse, she does. It's a faint heartbeat. Onyx attempts to patch up Gregory, squeezing some pus of the fang wound out of his shoulder, and it seems that Gregory will be okay. The puppy found is in a bit of bad condition as well. The party is able to make sure the pup is saved, however, while the dog does remain unconscious. Once feeling everything has been looked through thoroughly and the bodies of the dead buried, each of you set out back to Lahles with Gregory, Brian, and the puppy found in tow. During the journey back to Lahles, Gregory and the dog begin to awake. Gregory a bit confused of exactly what happened, and the dog whimpering. Trace gives the dog the red ball that they took from Lady Weena, and as Rekid lets Rufus down from the makeshift satchel, the dog begins to continuously squeak its toy as the games are played. While the games of fetch are played, Krev ritually casts Speak with Animals and confirms that this is indeed Rufus. By speaking with him directly, soon enough, the party makes it back to Lahles after Brian and Gregory part ways, making sure each of you know that a debt is to be paid in time, and the party sets out to find Lady Weena. The party arrives at Cronmore Manor, the manor of Malcolm Cromwell, returning Rufus safe and sound. After young Lady Weena signs the tab indicating the completion, the party returns to the Corn Silk Rat Guild to collect the coin that they are owed. Each of you making your way to the second floor of the guild hall, coming to a closed door to Bragdar Grin's office. After speaking with Bragdar about your accomplishments, each of you do receive a lockbox full of gold, well more than expected for finding a lost puppy. You also learn a bit more about the Yuan-Ti, as Bragdar did scry upon them, and it seems an attack on the city is imminent. The most important gain for the party was the invitation to the Corn Silk Rat Guild, each of them receiving their pendants. Once taking all that you gained, each of you head downstairs to enjoy some food and drink, on the house, of course, now that you're members, everything being free. Shopping takes place, and some relaxing the rest of the day as well, meeting back up at the Whispers of Life Tower, beginning individual tasks and spending time with the Goblin Twins. Still on the day of April 3rd, as we near 9 p.m., we jump back in just after Awen had told Onyx a secret. So, the last things that we were covering was each of you doing your skill checks, making sure that each of your nights go through for your studying and the time that we had indicated, which I am keeping track of, and you guys are getting fairly close to the end. Still will take a few days, but, progress. Progress is progress. But nonetheless, what I didn't get to do is hand out experience for the last session. So, with each of you gaining 200 experience, each of you should still be at level 3, and I have you all at a total of 1,460.
I had 1260 from last game. You said it was 200 we got from last
Correct.
game?
Yes,
so-
200 from the last game.
So that's 1460, yep.
I mean, if you guys keep track of it as well, obviously, I appreciate the confirmation because, B+ in math and stuff.
I have not been keeping track, I must be honest, but
I'll just take that as meaning that you really trust me.
I do. I've been done Dungeons and Dragons, right? And I have a degree in math, so I'm not supposed to do math when I'm off work, right? So that's why. Makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Checks out.
can't argue with that. Okay, so if there is nothing in particular anyone wants to take care of for the night, each of you
Nope.
can, get your sleep and meet back up in the morning, unless anyone wanted to stay up until Renus got back to the tower. The floor is yours.
Question. Another
Yes.
question. So, how are we handling me sleeping less compared to like work? Do I get extra hours or what? We briefly talked about it last time.
Yep,
I don't
you
think
get,
it's included it.
like, if you're, for an example, what I'm doing is on an average, a player will normally do about 2 hours of work, but what I'm doing for you is doubling it, unless you specifically say otherwise. So with you having 4 extra hours, if you're not doing anything in the day, you can spend up to 8 hours working on it. And that can include the extra time that you have after your trance or just your general day-to-day activities.
Yeah, I mean, in general, Trace is going to he has the materials now, so he's going to spend every single moment he has working on the bow while he's not adventuring or whatever.
Got it. I mean, that's pretty much what I had subtracted you for.
Yeah, because I mean, I wrote down 44 hours last time, but I haven't subtracted anything yet.
Yep, from your work from the last session that you had put in on like the bow for the night, I put you down to 40 hours.
Okay. Sweet. Oh.
Which is funny that you brought it up, because that's actually what me and Rekid were talking about before the session.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean,
not that
Trace is-
specifically, but keeping track of that kind of stuff.
yeah, I have on Roll20, I have made what I call a countdown timer, so I can just subtract 4 every time you say it. But anyways,
Nice.
Trace is going to wake up and he's going to go downstairs and ask for a rabbit.
Of course you are. But real quick, before we get to that, did anyone else want to do anything, or is everyone good with just getting the rest for the night?
I'm good with that.
I think we're good.
I'm good.
Okay with that.
All right. Well, the next morning, as everyone begins to awake, Trace, you can make your way down, being up a bit bright and early, and you do see Renus down there, and the Goblin twins haven't made their way down yet, and Renus has got a nice piping hot cup of tea.
Oh, good morning, I say in Elvish.
Morning, Trace. How do you do today?
Good. I've been working on my new bow. It's very fascinating. I enjoy spending my time on something constructive.
It's always
Anyways,
good.
I was curious. What kind of tea are you drinking? I mean, I've seen it before. It's a strange human thing, isn't it? I mean, you drink it warm with honey and so on. It's very weird.
Well, perhaps strange to you as an elf, but this is actually a mushroom tea. It's a lion's mane tea.
Ooh,
It's
can I have a
good
cup?
for the mind. Sure.
Thank you.
And he'll gesture towards the kettle that rests upon like a plate that's sitting on the table.
I'm going to pour myself a cup.
All right. There's sugar, honey, anything that you would like to add to it as well.
Well, Trace tries everything, so he just puts in way too much sugar and way too much honey.
All right. Well, good thing you're not a child, or you might be bouncing off the walls.
Exactly, yeah.
No, I just got the diabetes now.
Krev, are you gonna be stuck in a dresser again?
No. I'm probably just waking up in the morning, just reading through my book, the animal book.
Yep. Well, I mean, if everyone's well, let's say if no one's got anything specific to say for like a morning routine, everyone can make their way down, reconvene, and Renus will begin setting the table with breakfast, variety of fruits, and when you do come down, Onyx, he'll say, the boys mentioned to me last night that you had brought in some extra fruit.
Yes, I must always give rather than take. I have always been taught from a wee bairn that I must always give back. And you have given quite a lot to me, so why not?
Well, it is much appreciated. And I did hear of the news as well. each of you had received your pendant and are members of the guild now. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I must be honest. I figured once that were to happen, I wasn't expecting to see much of any of you again. Figured you'd all be out conquesting and exploring the world.
Not
Well-
this early in the morning. I mean, who better to spend our mornings with than you? Right, Kadia?
Well, I'm sure you have already heard from Bragdar all that is going on with the 1T problem.
Yes. But I figured that'd be squashed fairly quickly. I don't know if when the last you were at the guild hall, but when I was there last evening, it was quite rambunctious and full.
Well, you see that at this point we are somewhat on call until the matter has been handled.
Yes, we're not to leave the city until the imminent battle happens.
Well, I'm sure with the amount of guild members here, it won't be anything to worry about.
Well, I mean, even the boss is a little bit uneasy with the unknown. We really don't know how strong their forces are.
Well, that's the thing with Redgar. He's a worrisome individual. Always fretting over the most minute thing. Not that this is a minute occurrence, of course. Just an example.
Well, perhaps once this is handled, then we will go adventuring.
Well, I'm not sure what's the plan for each of you, but if you all are just to remain here until called upon, then yeah, make yourselves at home.
Well, personally, I believe I would like to run down to the guild hall and see if perhaps we can find something to busy ourselves with. Comrades, would you agree?
Maybe. Although we do want to be fresh if we are called. We don't want to be tired when the time comes.
Trey speaks up again in common. Army approaching. Be ready.
The Yuan Ti?
Mm.
Perhaps, perhaps not.
We don't know.
We do not know.
I think I think during this conversation, Rekid is nursing a pretty bad hangover with a cup of black coffee, and he's looking into that coffee with silent regret.
I imagine you holding that cup of coffee, kind of probably how you woke up this morning, hugging the privy after you found yourself still in your little less of a private quarters than I guess you were expecting this morning.
So,
Have some goblin support.
so mechanical question: did I get the short rest?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So, are we open to exploring shenanigans in the city? Or do we not want to risk tiring ourselves before the main event?
Well, personally, I say seize the day.
I mean, alternatively, the only thing I can think of is continuing our studies in the library. So, if you guys
How long
think
did we have? How long did we have left, time wise, for the
until
tournament thing?
until the tournament, we not sure. Kyle,
I have it written down. I'd have to pull it back up in my notes, but I do believe you guys are
It's a
still.
few weeks, I think.
Yeah, I still think you guys are about a month and a half out.
Yeah.
so 6 long rests.
Well, it would be a priority for trades that they both finish before the tournament. That would be wise, also just for the tournament. Right?
Oh yeah, no, I agree. We should make ourselves stronger for the tournament. 100%. The only worry was,
May 27th.
and it's what
April
they-
3rd.
It is April 4th now.
So that's
like 7 weeks or something.
yeah.
So I would love to get stronger as well. I mean, again, it's just the unknown of when the Yuan-Ti are attacking and not wanting to tire ourselves.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
okay,
we could go talk to Bragdar and see if, I mean, I know we just spoke with him yesterday, but maybe get an insight from him to see if he knows or if he's heard any.
Last
You
we
know.
spoke to him, he did not know.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing
I
I can
do
think
not-
of is if we can find out if there's any rumblings. I mean, maybe we can explore ourselves. Maybe poke around and see if we can scout out, see if any Yuan-Ti are kind of surfacing.
Perhaps at the guild there will be such quests.
I would not be surprised. That's not a bad idea. Maybe we should go speak with Bragdar.
how far away is the guild to where we are now?
Just about like a 10-minute walk. It's nothing too far.
Oh, well, anyways, then Trace looks up and looks at Kadir for a moment. You go look guild. For work close, I work while.
Yes.
Well,
Very well then.
If you all are supposed to be staying in the city, and if there are any tasks available, I would assume that Bragdar would only be sending out scouting ships or patrols through the city. Nothing, I would suppose, too strenuous. Depending on how the seas are, that might prove different, but
Yes, we would need to find someone who can operate a vessel.
I would say it is likely that any action is to be at least a few days out. The area where Bragdar indicated the 1T to be was indeed quite a journey.
Well,
At any
So-
rate,
let's go find out more information then.
I will be on my way. If anyone would like to join me.
I would.
Trace has already pulled out his materials and started working on the bow right on top of the breakfast table. So there's like wood everywhere and like splinters and whatever it's called, sawdust. It's a complete mess.
I'll join. I don't think I'll be able to get anything else down the little gullet.
so you were the one, Trace, that caused the mess in the study last night, huh?
What mess? I say in Elvish.
And he'll just respond, I assumed it was the boys having some fun. I cleaned it up, but if you'd be so kind to clean up after yourself.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I just thought it would be more lively with some, like, I don't know, some wood here and there. And But I understand. I respect your taste. I'll clean up. Sorry.
Thank you. So, if you're gonna spend the day, Trace, like a work day, I will put it down for 8 hours as long as, nothing interrupts that process. So
Well, it depends on what happens, right? I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
assuming
exactly.
that they're going to send word for me if there's something.
I was gonna probably also take the day as a work day for reviewing animals. That is
Holy
loud.
fuck! I got a shock.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to fast forward through it, but it's just
Yeah,
lagging.
But yeah, I'm thinking I might take a work day as well to review, try to find more animals. Have I found any like beasts that are worth adding to my wild shape list so far?
Those spiders, maybe.
Well, those were phase spiders. Those aren't really, unless you're allowing me to use those. Or I assume since they weren't beasts that it wasn't.
Oh yeah, true. They're not beasts.
Unless you're, yeah, again, this is homebrew. It's your choice what you want to do. I mean, I would not be.
That'd be dope.
I would be happy
but
to have that.
I'm gonna
as an
I'm gonna go
option.
ahead and say no at the
Damn.
moment. But I did think that they were a beast for a moment, so you could have duped me. I appreciate you not.
Yeah, no. Even if they were, I don't think I can do that high enough CR. I'm assuming it's above what I can transform into, regardless.
Actually, I don't think they are. I think.
Really? I thought they were like a CR 2 or 3.
I mean, I don't know.
Don't remember off the top of my head, but I mean, other than that, that's the only thing I can really think of. I haven't run into.
Well, like at least from what I've learned in the book, I mean that I've been studying.
I mean, through the
No.
book, it's like all like your basic stuff. It's nothing.
Oh wow, they're a CR 3. The phase spiders are a CR 3.
Yeah, I thought they were. pretty
Yeah,
decent,
that's
but-
I even I wouldn't even be able to do that until level 9 druid anyways. So.
But yeah, you can spend the workday reading it, and it will get you like, all the like the common things. It's nothing too
Right.
extravagant. It's like
Not like crazy, but would I be able to maybe
wolves,
like
like a dire
through-
wolf,
Yeah,
I mean, things like that.
I already have. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, can I like maybe go through the beast list and like pick?
The book you're
a
actually
creature?
reading, instead of it being called Old MacDonald's Farm, let's go ahead and just call it the Monster Manual.
All right. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is really like, I don't know, like if I spend a work day, can I like pick a beast, that I want to like research to transform into?
Let me
Kinda thing.
double check.
And maybe if I just clear it with you, and if you say yeah, that's cool or not, and then that way I don't pick anything crazy.
Spending if yours goes okay, you'll only have 4 hours left, and then you'll have the whole thing done.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't necessarily allow anyone else to like kind of like pick the things necessarily through the learning process. It's like a completion or nothing kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But as long as everything goes okay through the day with the 8 hours, you'll be down to 4, and then the next day only needing to spend 4, and then that'll be complete, and then you'll have whatever you want to add from the beast list.
Okay. Cool.
But the rest of you, Onyx, Kadir, and Rekid, you all are going back to the Corn Silk Rat to figure out more information, if I'm correct.
I am. Wreck-It, if you're coming too, that's more than welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, finally skipped. There it is. So I was trying to skip to this tavern thing because I knew the next one was loud, but it just took 10 days. So as the three of you make your way back to the Corn Silk Rat Guild Hall, the doors will be open, as they genuinely are throughout the day and the majority of the nights. You do see that it is indeed crowded, as Renus had indicated, and it just seems that some of the patrons are enjoying the morning a bit more than others. Perhaps they hadn't even made it to bed from the previous night yet. But you do see a couple orcs just kind of like passed out on the table, and then a third drinking from a tankard, and he's just and then he pours this drink over one of his passed out friends, and then he looks up and he goes, "You, I know you. He's pointing directly at you, Kadir.
Ah, yes, my good friends.
He'll like get up, scooch his chair back, and you just hear like the legs of the chair kind of like scraping on the ground. Just stand up, and you'll see that his leather armor is just like a complete mess with a bunch of food still like all kind of like patched into it, like seeming that it's like stuck into like some of like the animal furs that give it some padding. And then like when he finishes standing up, you'll just see like a chunk of food that apparently has just missed his mouth completely just fall to the ground, and he looks down and he just goes and then he continues to walk over, and then he goes, "It me, Snot."
Yes, of course. How could I miss you, my ambitious friend?
You make it one piece. Good.
I see you can say the same for yourself. What brings you?
And he'll just like reach out and like grab your shirt and like pull you close and say, "How you get?" And he's like got your pendant like in between his fingers. He's just like really uncomfortably close to you, and you can smell like the just heavy alcohol aroma kind of like dripping out of his mouth.
Oh, nothing big. Just fought some spiders. About around the size of a wagon. Definitely pretty fearsome creatures.
Snot
You
kill
see?
spiders.
Oh, have you now?
Can. Haven't yet.
Well,
Snot killed lots of wolf though.
well, you see, and I'll point out at the. Well, never mind. I won't do that. Well, it's not. Perhaps you should go find some then. Prove yourself. Help someone out.
Snot here fight coming. Snot proof self then.
Uh huh. What kind of fight?
That's just what word is. Snake things.
Ah, yes. Well, in that case, I wish you luck, good Snot.
He'll kind of like extend his hand out to you and say, drink. Drink with Snot. You too, pretty lady. Old man, you okay?
Nope, nope, nope. I'm fine.
I'll be drinking my berry wine.
Oh. What do here? You fight too?
When the time comes, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see about these snake people. Perhaps they will come. Perhaps they will not.
And like he'll kind of like bring you over to the table with his two passed out comrades, and he'll just like kind of look back and forth, and seeing no empty chairs around, he'll just like dump over the chairs that his friends are sitting in, and as they hit the ground, they'll both awake and just, what? What? I wasn't sleeping.
I tell you what, Snot.
Yeah.
You are looking for the chance to prove yourself, yes?
Yes, Snot Smash.
Well, you see, we're looking to get into some trouble ourselves. And, well, perhaps we will find ourselves there eventually, but when the time comes, would I be able to find you here? Perhaps so we could team up, perhaps so you could join us. I'm sure there will be plenty of snake people and spiders, all manner of ill creatures.
You probably run like last time.
Well, maybe I will, but even a person who runs needs someone strong to do the fights for them.
Me think. You two fight?
Oh yes, very well. Yes, yes.
Quite well, if provoked.
He takes like a big swig out of his tankard, and you see like a bunch of ale just kind of like stream down his cheeks, and it kind of like runs down his neck and gets like into the fur parts that are on his leather armor. You can see his eyes growing quite heavy as he rests the tankard back down with a bit of a thud. Just, it's good ale.
Indeed, I could tell you enjoy it quite a lot.
Well, please do forgive us, Snot, but we must be on our way.
Yes.
I see soon.
Yes, no doubt.
It was a pleasure speaking with you.
And as he kind of like picks his hand up to like wave, you can see his eyes just begin to roll to the back of his head, and that familiar face of someone having way too much to drink. So he begins to sway back and forth, and then just right into the table.
All right.
There
Well,
it is.
uh, excuse me while I move his name from my acquaintances in Goldshire to acquaintances in Lahles. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go over to the bounty board and just have a look. See.
There is actually nothing there at this time. The only thing that you will see is a piece of parchment that reads, "All guild members in town, stand by."
Oh. Oh no. So they don't want anybody going anywhere or doing anything. Wow. Okay. Um. Well. Hmm. Well, perhaps if we're looking up to getting up to no good, shall we say, perhaps we could find a different place, a different locale to hang around, listen to rumors, or perhaps, uh, well, rumors or perhaps ideas for other jobs.
Well, if that's what you'd like to do, go ahead and, um, depending on how you want to go about it, I will determine the role. Like, if you want to try to like talk it out of people, like a persuasion check, or just kind of like sneaking up behind people, eavesdropping. Depends on what you'd like to do.
Uh, I'd like to persuasion check. Go up and talk to what is it? Local bartenders, innkeeps, um, maybe town criers, or the kind of people who shout the news at corners, and just try and get some details that way.
Okay. So go ahead and give me your persuasion check, please.
All right. And I will be using guidance for this. A lot. 24.
Uh, Yeah, you don't find out anything.
Cool.
I'm just playing. The main things that you'll hear are going to be found in the guild hall, kind of like in the tavern area, with as previously stated, more of the bit of more drunken patrons and guild members that are here. But most of the work that you hear of is um, doing work for the guild, such as blacksmithing, things of that manner, making armor, leather armor, weapons. And it seems that the word around town is gearing up for war.
Hmm. Okay.
And outside of the guild hall, you actually won't hear a peep. While you're talking to them, you'll kind of get the indication that none of these people have any idea of what you're talking about. And with that check, I'll even include the fact of it doesn't seem that anyone outside the guild knows of what's about to happen.
Interesting. Wow. I'm surprised they're able to keep such tight lips on that. So, hmm. Is there a local thieves guild in this town?
Nope. The closest thing that would actually be to a thieves guild is like a main thing in a different city.
Got it. All right.
So there's not like a local hangout that like there's a thieves guild. There's like local hangouts where there's like shady people, but doesn't necessarily mean they're thieves. Maybe they're
Well,
murderers.
I mean, in that case, well, I would be okay just going back and reading for a day or two in such a case. Perhaps we just need to wait for this to blow over.
Hey, was that the agreement of you three?
Yeah, that's about all we can do, I suppose, unless we make our own trouble to get in, so to say.
Oh, get some liquid entertainment, huh?
Just to clarify, the fellow that we were talking to who is now passed out, that was the fellow from before that said, and I quote, "I no take shit from," what was it? Dro? I don't recall
Tiefling?
now. Tiefling, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I am surprised that he still considers us on amicable terms. I do
I,
believe our friend may have tried to poison him as well.
I guess that means he didn't see through your ruse.
I suppose not. Well, it's the very least. At the very least, he seems more amicable than first we met. Perhaps there is a friendship there to speak of.
Perhaps. Perhaps it is only the liquor or the beer. His type, they always love a good amount of beer.
But
And friendships always end up favorable with beer.
I suppose so. The, at any rate, he at least seems friendlier when he's drinking. Ironically enough. After the investigation, I guess. Well, I'll be walking back to the tower to report my news to Crev and Trace.
So nothing.
So
Unfortunately,
I was just gonna say, so just taking a few moments after your guys' discussion and then heading back to the tower, you'll see Trace and still in the same spot. Probably Krev had probably gone and grabbed his book instead of being off by himself. Still flipping through, looking at pictures, and then like scribbling them down in some notes to help kind of commit them to memory. But you all find yourselves back at the tower.
I report the news back to Trace and Krev. Then I'll be off to pick up my book for the second half of the day.
So at this point, with it still being fairly early, and it seemingly, well, it seems that each one's plan is just to wait till either this attack that Bradgar thinks is going to happen happens, or as Kadir said, this blows over.
That's for sure. Quick side note: was someone a jeweler?
A dueler?
Jeweler, like
Jula.
Jeweler.
Yes. That was
Okay.
me.
good. Well, I'm going to go knock at Kadir's door at some point in the night. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Or all day, I guess.
Yeah, you guys have all day. Like they would have just come back in, like as you're kind of whittling.
Kadir,
Yes.
you do favor for me? And I pull out the red to pass, and I show him like my mock-up of the like where the gem is supposed to be in the bow.
Mhm.
You cut for me to fit here.
Perhaps I can. Well, perhaps we will call this a trade of favors. You are a woodcarver, yes?
Yes.
Well, you see, I am as well. I
Oh.
I have a great knowledge of trades. It is part of who I was back west. If you will help me with such ventures, I will do my best to help you as well.
Of course, we friends.
And of course, I will cut your jewel.
Trace bows and gives a smile that he rarely does. Thank you.
Uh, okay. So I would like to. How long do I think? How many hours do I think it would take to cut to his specifications?
Well, with being a woodcarver yourself, as you had stated, um, with the indications that he's making something with that kind of implications, I would say you probably can judge it taking anywhere between 4 to 6 hours.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to spend half of my day cutting, and the other half of the day reading my book.
Okay, go ahead and give me this is what I'm gonna ask from everybody. Trace, give me your skills check, your woodcarver's stuff. Um, make since you had mentioned that you were doing it in like a hastened manner, since this is like a practice trial. Um, make it at disadvantage, please.
Okie dokie.
Kadir, I'm gonna need you to do the jewel crafting kit check, and then also your Arcana check for the day.
Okay. I rolled 13 on the jewel craft.
Okay.
And 22 on the Arcana.
Okay. And then Krev, you're gonna make me a intelligence check, please.
All right. Yeah.
Perfect. So, At the end of the day, with everyone's task complete, and if Onyx and Rekid, you'd like to do anything through like the time that they're spending to do this as well, just let me know. But Trace, with getting the help from Kadir, it actually took off a little bit extra time for you. At the end of today, you will be at 28 hours in total needed to complete your trial run. Kadir, you still need 40 more hours and at least one more hour on the gem.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the GM is not going to get a trial one, of course.
Yep,
Yeah,
understood.
okay.
But you need one more hour, at least one more hour on the gem. 40 more hours in total to complete studying your book.
So I've already
Trace,
spent about 12 on that. Is that was that all added in?
yeah. So it's a work
Okay.
week,
Got it.
or not a work week, but like 8 hours through each day. Yeah, so like a work week. But with yours, you were doing 2 hours in between, and then there was also a little bit more before you started figuring out exactly what you were studying.
Got it.
And Krev, you are down to 4 hours needed for your book for completion.
All right, sweet.
And then, was there anything that Onyx and Rekid would like to do through the day?
Maybe just spend some time with the horse.
I thought for a second you were going to say just spend some time with the alcohol.
Back to
No,
drinking.
we're seeing other people right now.
Oh, right. Makes sense.
I would probably train with the children as I did the day before, if they're available.
Yeah.
If they are available.
Yes,
Never mind.
they may be tied
No.
up together. You never
I
know.
know.
So through the day, while each of them are completing their tasks, Onyx, while you're waiting for the boys to become available, you'll find in the beginning of the day that they're consumed in studies and training with Renus, and then around like lunchtime, they're freed up, and then they can play and go over stuff that they've learned, and you might even be able to participate in the class once Renus sees you kind of being interested in their learning process. And Rekid, for you, when you go check on your horse, you find him in just fine condition still at the stables. You know, the stable master, Terry, won't come anywhere near him. As long as you're there, he's going to just let you take care of that.
Well, sounds great.
They'll just ride around in his pasture and such.
But if anyone, like, if you guys are just waiting it out till something happens, obviously we can just fast forward till then, and we'll move it to that point.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if each of you can make your checks for me one more time, as April 5th will be an uneventful day, and then I'll make the rolls.
Jewelcraft 26.
Jeez.
The jewel's complete. And after you had spent a little bit more time with it, getting it exactly how it was, it would have taken you a total of 2 hours, which isn't that big of a deal. Arcana checks have passed. Trace, can you make me your woodcarver's tools? And then Krev, give me another intelligence check for the day.
It's a good thing I'm doing a mock-up. I hope it hasn't affected yet.
Oh, yeah. I do need you to roll it at disadvantage still.
Okay.
I'm sure that you rolled a 3, so the chances of it being lower are pretty slim, but we'll see.
No.
How do you have a +7?
5 dexterity, 2 proficiency.
Yep.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
he's
use
got 20
dexterity for that. Okay.
Yeah, I assume like doing the woodwork is dexterity, right? I did
This-
intellect when I planned it. I just assumed that dexterity now is the manual work.
Yeah, we were doing like intelligence checks for it, but someone had argued that it doesn't make sense to do only intelligence checks depending on what you're doing. So when I had looked it
Yeah,
up, there are actual like things like if you're doing like smithing, it can be like dex or strength depending on it. But
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's good to know because that's one of my skills.
Well, to be fair, I mean, when I first started, I rolled intellect when I planned what to do, right? And then I rolled
Mhm.
dexterity when I did the manual work.
So I'd like to know for my toolkits then as well because I've got herbalism, masons tools, and
Well,
smiths
doesn't it
tools.
depend on what you do, though? I mean, if you're picking
yeah,
herbs, it might
it
be
depends
dexterity.
upon like the action that you're going about it.
Okay.
So like because like there's always like this for an example if it's this, and then this an example if they go about it like this. No,
Mhm.
it was a
I mean,
more
my
you
int and
know
strength are
process
14.
after.
but,
It was a
Yeah.
more you
Yeah.
know process after reading more of the books, getting a
Sure.
little bit more in depth with it.
Alright.
But each of you pass your checks. So let me just mark all this stuff down.
So I've completed my beast book.
Yep, Krev, yours is complete. Then moving Trace down to 18 hours in total, and Kadir down to 32. But once you all awake on April 6th, you'll all be awakened to the sounds of trumpets going off. And it's not the sound of an alarm, but more of the sound of a celebration. And as like the trumpets kind of begin to fade out, you'll hear cheering. And Kadir, in your room, you're actually the only one that can see from your window. Um, some people kind of throwing um, like flowers and different colored like objects from the point of view that you're at, and then you can see some like lights from like prestidigitation being like shot up into the air and then like exploding, and all these like different spells and things going off to give a bit of like a sense of celebration going on amongst the streets.
Question: what direction does my tower window face?
Towards the west. Actually, kind of towards where the guild hall is, and then like the northwestern gate.
Do I see anything indicating what this is about?
Give me a perception check. So you kind of like try to focus in and see what's going on. Unfortunately, it just seems like some sort of like parade of some sorts. You can see that there's a couple of individuals like riding horses and people celebrating as they walk by.
All right. Well, I'll go downstairs to speak to Bragdar.
No, the rest of you can hear this. It's just only Kadir that can kind of see it from his room. But Kadir, as you kind of make your way down, you'll see Venus like already ready to go. Everything kind of put away. There's a couple of plates out. He sees you walking down and he says, "Ah, good day, Kadir. Sorry
Yes.
to need to leave so early. Breakfast is in the galley."
Ah, yes. Is something the matter? Is everything on the up and up?
Ah, yes. Today's the day that Sir Riffin returns. He's
Ah.
back from his trip to Goldshire.
Ah, yes. He has. No doubt he has acquired the new a new armament to his arsenal.
Oh? How how would you know of such things?
Well, let us say that our ventures prior to here were there. We there's probably something that he best wishes to keep quiet then. I have been meaning to ask you, Renus, have you had any luck understanding the machinations of the lamp?
In fact, I I had taken a couple of looks. It's a very odd object. Um, it seemed to have something that was propelling me from it, but not a spell. Any time that I would try to pry and try to find out more about it, I'd be pushed away by some force I couldn't see.
Yes, it's a curious thing, a mind of its own, so to say.
But here's what I can tell you. Well, in theory, of course. There's something inside here protecting this lamp. Not sure what it is or what it could mean for you. But perhaps where you got it from will have more answers.
Well, where I got it from, unfortunately, does not have many answers. The Perhaps it is time to divulge. The item itself, it came from the enigmatic Void Heart.
Hmm. I've read of this place, but never seen it myself.
Yes, that is probably for the best. I had merely hoped a learned man such as yourself perhaps had learned something about it. But perhaps that is me being hopeful.
Not hopeful. Uh, Perhaps just looking in the wrong places. I would think that a bit more of a historian, perhaps something in the academy in Vala, would be a better of assistance for answers.
Pray
Just
tell, where is Vala?
far north. Once you cross the river and past the village of Pathsnow, uh, you'll start to make your
Oof.
way into snowy lands and eventually to this grand mountain. You'll see a city built upon its mountainside. You'll meet great creatures there as well. Veldiken, uh, a lot more dwarves, which could or could not be a bad thing. But a lot more civilized goblins as well. It's actually where I plan to send these two in some time. I figured Rord would be a excellent teacher for them in time.
Well, perhaps when you decide to send them on the road, perhaps we will be there to help guide them.
Well, perhaps please tell each of your friends that breakfast is in the room. I must be going. I need to make sure that I'm there for Sir Riffin's arrival.
Of course.
Boys, stay in the tower today. Lessons are canceled. Ah!
On the contrary, I shall teach them something while you're gone. Don't you worry. You go about. You go see. Griffin, was it? I'll handle the boys.
Yay! And Renus will head out. Um, about 10, 15 minutes later at this point, nearing a about 7:15, 7:30 in the morning, everyone can kind of make their way down and begin conversing about what to do through the day.
Well, honestly, I'm okay continuing reading until I'm finished with this. I do give the gem back to Trace.
Trace does again, he bows again and says, Cylinder.
You are welcome, my friends.
Thank you. Trace looks out the window for a moment to see if there's anything interesting, and then he continues working on his bow.
And when you look out, like you see people still parading towards the guild hall.
Humans.
And about after 30 minutes after Venus leaves, as it nears 8 o'clock in the morning, can each of you roll me a perception check?
Oof.
9.
So, each of you, as like you're kind of beginning to break out your books and your tools, getting ready to start your crafting through the day, you begin to hear a bell chime echoing through the city. Krev, with your nice roll there, you'll actually hear shouts coming from outside the tower. Some screaming and gurgling pain as you can hear their voice kind of just echo out till it becomes silent. And you also hear orders being shouted out. A little uncertain of what's being said, but you can hear the familiar voice of Ragnar giving some commanding, loud words.
Guys, I don't think this is a practice drill. Do you hear that?
Each of you will hear an explosion just as after Krev finishes that sentence.
Right. We must snap into action. There's no time to waste. Boys, you stay here. Keep the doors locked, and we
What's
do
going on?
do not panic.
Where's
Do not
Snake?
panic. Snake is with Trace.
Boys.
You will be safe here by yourselves. No one can enter the house unless they are of good nature. You will be safe
Yes.
here and hide.
Make
Well,
sure
do not
the door
leave.
is closed
And locked.
and follow the orders of your Auntie Onyx.
They'll grab
Right.
like their porridge bowls and like dump them over their heads, and like as like the porridge just kind of like drips down into their shoulders, falling slowly, they'll say, "We're ready."
No, you are not, dear darlings. You are not ready for this type of trouble. Trust me.
Charge!
No,
Okay,
no, no, no,
okay.
no, no. It's you will do us much better here. In fact, I have a mission for you. I have a great mission. So,
Kill Snake.
no. So, I have a secret for you. If you stay here and you watch this house, you keep your home safe. When I come back, I shall reward you greatly. Now, you guard this safe haven just like you would any other fort outside. You want to keep it safe. Anyone who enters here, you smite them down.
Just as you
Unless
finish
it's
that
us.
sentence, you hear another loud explosion in the distance. This one even shaking the tower itself as a bit of dust and things just kind of fall from the level above, and you just hear the goblins like, "Ugh. Big Big fight.
Yes, we will be going now. Boys, be careful.
Giving
I
you
went
guys a heads up on the rhythm bot because I'm gonna change the music.
Oh, okay. I wipe their faces with a rag from all the oatmeal and nastiness on their faces.
Krev, are you doing body slams over there? What the hell is that? Slay. Did he already start the battle? Did he secretly roll initiative?
He was a snake the whole time.
Knew it.
I was just giving you guys a minute, so then that way, when it loaded the music, it didn't kill everyone's eardrums.
Right. I say to the children, while everyone else is bustling about and moving, I say, guard this fortress with your life. However, if you do feel afraid, you go into my room and you hide. Lock the door, and I will come for you. You will know it is me. I will knock 4 times at the door whenever we come back if you're scared. And whenever you
Okay.
are scared, you think of me. Think of how brave I am. Think of the strength that I have.
And
be
smelly legs.
Yes. Smelly legs.
Okay.
But you be strong for me, and you stay here.
You'll see them both give like almost like a bit of like a war face, as like kind of like a mean look about them, and they'll both kind of like place their palms up, and you can see like this arcanic energy start to flow from finger to finger and then eventually spiral as like almost a perfectly opaque ball in its hand, but it's got like a slight tint to blue to it, and it'll just start to like bounce them back and forth. We ready? But as you all head out, leaving the goblins behind in the tower, making sure that the door is secured, heading through the town, you can hear the battle beginning out, echoing through as swords clanging against metal, people meeting their last breath as they just fall, as you all keep continuously making your way towards the guild hall. Once there, you'll see Bragdar and Renus and Sir Riffin standing upon the steps that lead up to the guild doors. This time, the doors closed, and Renus shouting out a few things, but Bragdar's voice echoes over. Listen, guild, we've got to take it to him right here. The seals didn't work. They've pushed through the sewers. They're killing civilians and taking everyone out. This squad, move left. You 5. As he points over towards Krev and Trace, Kadir kind of leading the way with Rekid and Onyx a little bit behind. I need you to take the main court. They need reinforcements. Last we heard, wasn't going well. Move quickly.
Understood. You said Renus is here?
Yes, he is. He's like kind of giving a few words that are just being over like shadowed and like kind of wrung out by Bragdar's like booming voice.
I shout out to Renus. The boys are safe. They're hiding at home.
He'll just like give you a little bit of a nod and then continue deliberating with the people that he was before. But with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break. I know that we got started just a tad behind of what we normally do, but with them getting ready to head into battle, I'd rather it not be interrupted, and we can just go ahead and start out with that.
Wonderful.
So, We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Hope everyone's enjoying it, and I hope that the audio isn't making anyone's ears bleed. I'm trying to level it appropriately, but I don't know. Anyways, be back in just a few moments.
All right, yeah, but, yeah, okay.
All right. And we're back. So, as each of you kind of follow Bragdar's orders, heading down, making your way to the main market area, you've come to a right turn in the street, and you can hear the battles kind of echoing about you throughout the whole city, but the one just appears to be around this right-hand corner.
I'm going to do like the motion and stealth.
Okay.
Alright, I had follow lead there and stealth as well.
I will also stealth.
Damn, son.
That's a 19, so.
You're spotted.
Really?
I'm gonna guidance stealth.
Oh, the ground was bubble wrap the whole time. I knew it.
Yeah, so you guys are in water right now.
That's so weird.
Wait, I'm a halfling. I get to re-roll that shit.
Nice.
Oh, yes. Sorry, your picture threw me off because you have Raven's picture
An
out
elf?
there.
Wait, I thought I changed it.
You did, but it didn't load on my player screen. It did on my
Are you
DM.
kidding me?
screen.
Here we go.
No, you have to take it, don't you? Well,
It says if you roll in that one, you get the. I mean, it doesn't matter. I rolled a fucking 1, 1, 2. Really?
Alright. To be fair, you probably couldn't guidance the second one. That would make no sense.
Well, I mean, you just. Oh yeah,
Either-
that's true. Well, I meant it just carries to the next roll, but yeah.
I mean, either way,
Yeah.
sorry for the rolls, but
That's
Anybody
terrible. Well,
else?
at least I'm getting my bad rolls out now.
you can
Oh,
hear
boy.
a few shouts going off like, this one's almost...
Can we see anything up ahead, or do we have to
No.
round the corner?
That's what you see. You have to round the corner. The building is blocking your sight.
All right. I will guidance myself and run up to this corner and stealth.
I will, like, stay around here. Make Kadir look.
So as like you make your way up, you can see that the sewer lid is lifted, and as like you peer around the corner just a bit more, let me uncover just a bit more for you. This is kind of what you see. At that angle, you have pretty good line of sight to that like intersection where it goes up, and you can see these like odd-looking creatures. Can you roll me an intelligence check or a history check to see if you've ever seen these before, or maybe even read about them?
Sorry, an intelligence check.
Kadir.
Oh, okay.
So you'll see a lot of these creatures up here are Yuan-Ti. They're known as their brood guard. And they do seem wounded, but they seem to just be finishing off a few of the guild members as the blood is starting to pile out into the streets, and they are just finishing them off. You see one severely wounded and a couple, or 3 in total, still moving about.
Does there appear to be a leader? A stronger one? Anything along
From
those lines?
what you're looking at the moment, you just see a few dead Yuan-Ti and a lot of dead guild members, and then down to the south or southern part of what's revealed, shop owners, civilians.
I'm going to hunter mark this one. Well, I think
So I was trying to say that I roll out into the street and I take shot at that one.
Well, let's time it so we get a surprise round. Let's just.
Yeah,
it looks
just-
correct, right?
Try to do your best to RP it, not drawing attention to yourselves.
I'm going to like wait, like with my hand, and then say like hold, and then like make sure everyone get in position and ready our weapons or spells, whatever it is. We can all attack at the same time. Or is it only you and I that are ranged? Kadir?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run up on a guy.
How far away are they? They are 90, no, they're 110 yards. Can you reach that with Eldritch Blast? I guess you can.
About this time, like as like they're doing some things, Kadir, roll me a perception check. It's like you're kind of scanning about, actively looking. You do notice like one kind of finishing, like breaking open the rib cage of one of the guards, and then like looking up, and he kind of like just slowly cocks his head towards you, and then starts to bare his fangs, not yet making a sound.
I fire at him.
Yeah, I fire as well.
Like,
Well, I fire on that one up there. That one.
Okay, let me move the one forward that was moving. Probably make it to about there. All right, now which ones are you two attacking?
I'm taking
I'm-
that one up there. You can see that, right?
attack.
The one that you're pointing to with the arrow?
Yep.
Okay. And then the one that you're pinging Kadir. Got it. Okay. So, Kadir, what are you doing? Eldritch Blast?
Yep.
And then, Trace, what are you doing?
I'm spitting on him. No, I'm using my bow.
Okay. So, both of you make your attack rolls, and then if you want to flavor it in any particular way, please feel free.
Well, I assume I'm hidden, right? With my stealth roll before.
Well, you will
And
need to
everything?
make your attack rolls, but yes, you all still are hidden at this moment.
So I have advantage. And they are not humanoid, right?
No, they're not. Oh, actually, yes, they are. Sorry, I just looked back at the character sheet. They are humanoid.
Well, I like look up to the sky and like judge the wind for a moment and like find a perfect curve for my arrow and like make it fly. Well, hopefully it's a perfect curve. Oh, still 17, so I'm good.
So, unfortunately, Kadir, your Eldritch Blast will just like soar right over its head, kind of connecting to a barrel in the back. Trace, your attack will hit.
So 13 points of damage, sorry.
And you are attacking this one, correct?
Yes. It appeared to be the one with most health, I think. Or maybe not. Oh well.
Okay. And then at this point, now we will roll initiative.
Show
try
me
to put-
potato salad. Oh yeah, that's all 20.
That is a nice roll. If you don't remember to click your tokens, that is fine. I will add it.
Dang it. Just as you were saying it.
Oh, nice. Oh, goodness, Jeff.
I did forget, unfortunately.
Okay, so that is Rekid needs one. And
Yeah.
you rolled a 13.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and put X's over the ones that are dead. Maybe that'll help. And I mean, obviously, you guys aren't fighting the people, and they're a little bit easier to tell that they're dead.
All the blood. That's a good music. Build suspense.
Mhm.
Well, can't take credit for it. Got to give credit where credit is due. And the people who made the song.
That's not a song, right? There's no like lyric. It's a music number. Thoughts?
So you said I was able to identify them as brood guards. Do I know anything about them?
Just that they're kind of like guardians for the Auntie. Like just soldiers, kind of doing dirty work, I guess.
Who is this music again? Is this Two Steps from Hell or New World music? I can't remember.
I believe it's I would have to double check.
It sounds really familiar. It sounds like the Thomas Bergerson guy from Two Steps from Hell, or the New World music composer.
Defender, Cybrid Music, Ad Rev.
Okay, it's in that like same epic soundtrack playlist.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's still good stuff.
That's really good, man.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard them, that Two Steps from Hell is a very good epic soundtrack composer.
All right. Sorry, you guys distracted me. I have to add their turn orders. All right. So rolling, well, not rolling in a group, but rolling multiple dice so I can get some out of the way. First one is a natural 20. Let me check their modifiers.
Oh, this
Wow.
isn't.
They have a -7 modifier.
Okay, so Trace, you are first, and then Onyx. I always give my players the top over the monsters, so you'll be next on deck. Round one.
Fight! Trace wondered for a moment, why did my arrow kill that one over there? That's not normal. I'm going to Hunter's Mark that fellow over there. No, sorry. This one down here is the first one away.
I'm
This one
pretty
down there is
sure
wrong.
Hunter's Mark has a range of 60.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you're completely right. Thank you. I'm just going to attack this one then. If I can find my
Okay.
sheet.
Well, I just noticed that my turn order is in the way of that, so let me move that right. Meow. Okay.
So first attack. 25.
25 will hit.
So 14 points of damage. How is he looking?
With 14.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Wrong layer. Well, I mean, he already looked pretty messed up before, but with that arrow, as it sinks into him, you'll see it kind of just like pin right into like his lower leg, and he'll just, and you'll see like it kind of just stick out the other side, and a bit of blood will start to trickle, and
Yeah.
from its gashes and stuff before, it seems pretty messed up.
I'll flick out second arrow and I'll lick the tip of it. This one will take care of you. And I'll fire another shot at him.
Okay. Make your attack.
Did. Let's see. 18?
18, double checking. That is a hit.
Yes. And I get the bonus damage on my second attack. So 15.
And he still stands, just hanging on.
I look disappointed down my bow and say in Elvish, good thing I'm making a new one. And I take a step back. Well, 2 steps in this case. That's my turn.
All right, Onyx.
1 second.
Next player will be Kadir. What's that
Okay.
line for?
I don't know how to remove it.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if it was something for in particular, so I didn't want to remove it without asking. But just for the record, I am not the producer of any of the music.
Okay.
That is
So,
all mainly from Sword Coast Soundscapes and other affiliates. Oops.
on my turn, I'm gonna use disguise self on myself before I proceed, like out from the building, like before I move. I'm gonna disguise myself as a 1T.
Ooh. Okay. That is a damn good idea.
Mm-hmm. However, I'm gonna tell the people around me that I'll be doing it before. I'm
Smart.
not gonna be.
I was gonna have a lot of fun role playing
Oh,
that.
Well,
It's like everyone
there
roll.
went my idea.
Oh shit! Smack, smack, smack.
I kind of hope we would notice, to be honest.
Yeah, I would hope so too. But
In the heat of the battle, you don't.
So,
I mean,
what does this Yanti look like, Onyx?
Okay. Let's see here. I would look like I would have scales all over my skin, basically, because that's what I would, right? Because
so I mean,
technically,
it,
how far does it go
Wanty
with
come in
disguise
all
self?
different
Whatever.
shapes and flavors, as you can see
Right.
very clearly from the battlefield. The first one.
Like that.
They come in all shapes and flavors. So
I'd probably look like one of the 1T like brood guard types, where they have the leg, because I could kind of mimic that with my head and all that.
There you go. You should be able to control this token. Put it right next to you, and then I will move you just over here.
Okay. So
So you all see her kind of transform into one of the brood guards, and just she kind of like starts like arch her back, and like the spine seems to almost kind of like protrude, but not out of her skin, but just getting like this like nearly out of her skin of like just paper thin along the top. Her skin starts to turn green, and you kind of see her clothing kind of start to meld in with the rest of her body as like these claws start to come out, and she starts to slither this forked tongue and walks forward.
and I'm looking like I'm running away from them, not like I'm friendly with them. I'm gonna specifically look like I'm like running away, like towards my people.
Okay.
And I do know Abyssal, so if it comes to talking to them.
All
And
right.
that's it.
That's it? All right.
Mhm. I'm not casting any spells or anything.
Moving forward, and it becomes this brood guard's turn. And this one's just gonna like run all the way up to you, and just kind of like bare its fangs and like spread out its arms, extending its fingers and showing how sharp its claws are, and it just let out like a bit of a hiss and almost like taking a defensive posture from the brood guard that just ran away from each of you. This one will just sprint forward, trying to get closer. And then that moves us to Kadir. It is your turn. Next on deck is Krev.
All right, I'm gonna plant a hex on the one that's bearing its fangs. I'm gonna move back, and I'm gonna move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna plant Eldritch Blast on it. I think it's this one actually. Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so should I roll?
Yes, please do. Sorry, I just had to move the turn order because you moved right underneath it.
Oh shit, sorry.
Not your. I mean, you can't see it. I thought it was funny.
Oh my god. Well, 14.
14 hits. Flavor it for me, my friend.
Well, again, this like I raise my hand and make incantations, and a bolt of crackling purple energy flies out towards this Wanti, who's surrounded by this surrounded by this black mist of my hex. When the hex mist and my crackling eldritch bolt meet, it shocks the creature.
All right, roll me your damage.
All right, so I'm not sure I know how to roll the damage, so I'm just gonna roll everything individually.
Well, okay. I mean, that's fine. But just test it out and click the word Eldritch Blast underneath the 14 in the chat window. Or like the dice window.
Yeah, that's not correct because it needs to also add my hex.
Okay. So, you could add a modifier to it, but I mean, the way you rolled it is completely fine. I was just curious if it did. So that is a total of 13 damage.
19, actually. I have a +6 modifier that attaches.
Oh, okay. So it'll be 13 plus the 6. Gotcha.
Yep.
Thank you. Just so you know, you can do the rolling d10 plus the modifier, and it'll do the math for you. Just for extra shortcuts for you.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Krev, you're up. Reckon you're next.
Right. I'd move up 5, 10, 15, and I drop a create bonfire on the one that's injured right here. Dex save 14.
Can you link that for me, please?
Sure. Where's my... Grab my D&D Beyond real quick. Wherever it went. I lost my D&D Beyond. There it is. Okay, here we go. It's a saving throw. I don't know why it's trying to get me to roll. But that's the... Oh, it's the damage. Okay.
Oh, I was
Oh, you mean
trying
the
to
actual
read the spell.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll
let me
roll the
try to-
dex save on it.
Here we go.
Natural 19.
Display. Does that work? There we go.
Dang! Yay!
There we go. Okay, well, it passed, so nothing happens, but there's the actual spell.
His space is on fire.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
that is true. So, and then I move back behind that, and that's it.
There you go. Little fire for
If
you.
he stays there, then when it ends his turn, then he
Yeah.
has to make another save.
Rekid. You said that was it. I'm sorry, right, Krev?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I just moved back behind that thing, and this is a thing right here, right? That I'm standing
Yeah,
behind.
it's
on
a
the thing?
barrel.
Yeah. Okay, just checking sure.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it looks like a barrel.
It looks like a brown blob.
Rekid, it's your turn. Ignore Krev.
All right.
Krev, you're level 1.
So before I start moving, I'll kind of say out, stay close to me if you want to see some extra ass kicking. I have 40 feet movement speed, so I will take a whack with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Roll your attack roll.
Two-handed, I should say.
Thank you. Oh, a 13 is going to be a miss. As like you swing, it just kind of goes wide as it ducks just a tad bit, and it just right over its head.
That's a shame because that was max damage. I'll use my bonus action. I'll use my bonus action to do an unarmed strike.
Time to get some punching.
The 19 connects.
Nice. Probably, I don't know, do a kick towards an area that is not so on fire.
I mean, he's not on fire, I would assume, being that he didn't get caught in the fire.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
move it to the bottom because it would just be like that spot. So,
Yeah. He passed the save, so I'm assuming he's not on fire.
correct.
Accurate.
Accurate. What else, Rekid?
That's all I got.
No Fury of Blows? What?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, on this turn, what you all will... well, actually, can... Kadir, this is out of your line of sight. Rekid and Onyx, can you both roll me perception checks? Krev, can you roll me one at disadvantage, please? While you're-
Perception?
Yeah, perception. As like, since you're hiding behind the barrel.
How do I draw a distance line?
There is a ruler, and you can pick that. It's a little
ignore the
circle
guidance.
with the ruler.
Turn the guidance up.
And then you can just like click and hold it, and then like stretch it across.
Got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a 14 on the perception from me.
Gotcha. So Rekid and Krev, you will both notice a creature begin to immerse from the sewer, and then pull himself up, and then stretch his arms. And as he does, you can see numerous amounts of snakes for what should be arms kind of like dangling about and slithering and kind of holding themselves up in like perched positions ready to attack. And he just looks around at the dead first and lets out a bit of a chuckle. Good work. Then
Man,
turns
Ragnar.
I was gonna say.
and sees the rest of you and says, more to slay.
I think Bragdar forgot a sewer hole to seal up.
Hate to see it.
I'm gonna tell him to put away the pack of Marlboros and fight.
Thanks, I like my smoker's voice.
It's very diabolical.
This one will just make its way here. And then back at the top of the turn order with Trace.
Yep. So, oh, I can't see the. Where's the new guy? Oh, I can't see that.
No, you couldn't see. You're behind the building.
Okay. Can I see it now?
Yeah, like as you kind of like make your way around and poke your head around the corner, surveying the battlefield, you will see this new individual.
That guy, right?
Correct.
Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to do it correctly here. Is that 60? I guess it is 60 yards. Yeah, I'm going to Hunter's Mark him.
Okay. Bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. I'm going to cut spell slot 2 seconds. And I'm going to fire on the motherfucker. $19?
19 hits.
Woo! Damn it, didn't Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark is 1d6, right? I always forget.
Yes, I believe so.
So that would be 18 points of damage.
Okay.
And
Nice
I'm going
solid
to-
connection.
I'm going to take a few steps back again, because I'm Trace. I don't like to get hit. And that's my turn. We can move one more. There we go. Done.
Onyx, you're up. You are still the brood guard.
Okay.
Rawr.
I'm gonna be turned away from the guy with all the many arms or limbs. And the guy in front of me, I want to kind of like fake it as if I'm gonna attempt to stab him, but I'm gonna make it look like Wrecked did it. Type of thing. Like I'm still gonna try to keep my identity what it is.
So
and try to conceal the fact
roll
that I'm not who I
me
want to be.
roll me a sleight of hand. At advantage, because I would think that he's not really paying too much attention to you as the brood guard, thinking that you're just another one.
Oh,
In the
not that to
fight.
be wouldn't that be deception, trying to deceive someone?
Well, I mean, like with the trying to attack, like in like a manner of like not making it noticeable that it's her. Like the sleight of hand movement, and then being able to like pull that off, and whether or not that works. That's why I went with that. But and then go ahead and make me your attack roll.
Okay.
Nice, 22.
Now the 11 will miss, but it doesn't seem that anyone had noticed. Even the brood guard that you attacked just seems focused on Wrecked.
Okay.
But just to make sure, when you attack with Disguise Self, it doesn't pull you out, correct? It's not like
Correct.
invisibility.
Mm-mm.
It's an illusion that covers your body, and the only way to tell is making physical contact with an illusion that isn't there.
That's what I figured it was, but I just, like I said, wanted to double check just in case. So that will bring us to the brood guard. The next player on deck is Kadir. So this one will go ahead and use its multi attack at you, Wrecked.
All right.
But it's also going to activate its reckless ability when it does so. So these attacks will be at advantage, but attacks against it during this round will also be at advantage.
Oh.
Dodge.
The first one is 16,
That
Nice.
misses.
and the second one is a 19.
That one hits.
Okay. And it will do a total of 5 slashing damage to you as it sinks in with, or piercing damage, I'm sorry, as it sinks in with its teeth and just like kind of penetrates like into your left bicep.
Ah.
And that'll be the
Oh,
end
the
of that
horror.
one's turn. This one, move forward, and with no fear, get to there with its dash action. Kadir, kill it!
All right, I'm gonna take my Eldritch Blast at advantage.
25 connects solidly.
All right. All right, so that's a
Minus
grand total of
19.
19 again.
All right. Any particular way you want to flavor this as it dies?
Still surrounded by that purple mist. I fire a second shot into it, thoroughly electrocuting its scales and blackening its skin. It screams out in pain as it shrivels up into the ground and dies.
Nice. Anything else on your turn?
One second. I'm good. Does anything need to be revealed over here?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I can. It's just like scenery.
Okay. I should have
So
asked. before
yeah, I usually just leave it if there's nothing of importance.
Yeah,
But-
I could have
Well-
easily been walking into
Well,
20 more
maybe
ones.
it's important to Kadir. You never know. Maybe nice to enjoy the
Yeah.
scenery.
True. Might as well show it off.
Are there any stairs where I'm at where I could potentially get to a high ground?
No, the only thing that you see is to your east is a set of double doors, and then up to your northeast you can see a window
Okay.
that would be accessible. Second story, windows and stuff, but not as easy as to get to.
Got it.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I'm good.
Krev, Breckett, you're next.
Oh, well, it's a long boast.
Holy. Alright, wild shape.
Oh,
Alright, now that I scrolled all the way to the top to realize what you were casting.
Oh Jesus! Wow, that is a chunky. You see, I always said that that Druid Wild Shape was complicated.
So what will it
Yeah.
be? You're turning into a dire wolf. Got it.
Neat.
that's a good HP roll. Jesus.
That is a really good HP roll. I think their typical is 33 or something, or
Yeah.
37.
Alright,
Two
well,
9s and a 10. Damn.
this is the dire wolf you're gonna get. It's this red one that I made.
Is it a dire wolf or is it a dire wolf?
Well, what this
Sorry, it's a
token
dire
is
wolf.
actually
Yeah.
for is a fire dire wolf that breathes fire. But
Oh,
this one won't
that's
breathe
pretty
fire,
cool.
obviously.
Yeah. Well, I'm technically supposed to be large. I don't know if that makes a difference for you, but
Yeah. I'm gonna adjust it for you.
alright, cool, sweet. So I'd move up there. That's like,
Yep.
what is that like?
You should have
so
control of the
that's where I would-
token.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I would have been here, and then I'd move out. Was it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Wait, sorry, that one's still alive, isn't it? Yeah, I guess I go for this one. And he gets the pack tactics attack, pack tic tacs, whatever you want to call it.
Tactics.
Yeah. Where is it? Bite, attack, and advantage because of pack tic tacs. Auto roll damage. Okay,
Ooh.
double 18s.
Why didn't roll auto
and-
crit though?
It's just the D&D Beyond thing. Just
Oh.
ignore the extra.
Okay, so 9
these
damage
big-
to it.
Yes, 9 damage.
All right, how do you want to do it?
I just I like pin him down and then do like the classic dog thing where you start shaking him, and then I just put my paws down on the ground, holding him down, and I grab his tail with my mouth and I just rip his spine out his back.
Nice.
Ow.
Yeah,
That hurt
Mortal-
me.
yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
yep,
Feeding.
then-
Animality.
yep. And then I'll move up to
That
if
one
I
in front of
can.
you, attack it, kill it.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, cool. Yeah, now I move up there. That way, Wreck-It has room to get in, and other people also have aiming ability at it.
All right.
Not to give it cover. Here, there. That's better.
That's Erica.
Yeah. Oh, that's Erica. Sorry, I thought
Yeah,
Erica was.
That's why
back-
I said that. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
why. That's why I was like, kill it, because it's her.
Okay. See, I thought Erica was still back over here for some reason. When I saw her token here, I didn't see that her.
I saw.
Trying to make her the
As
one
a
with the red
one
X
too.
on the
Well,
ground.
no, I knew you did that. I just for some reason thought you were still back there for some reason. I don't know why. But
Erica, take the attack of opportunity.
Do it.
No.
He
You have
deserves-
to keep up your disguise.
It,
Don't.
I'm gonna try to disable the auto crit thing and D&D Beyond.
All right, is that it for you?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, Wreck-It, it's your turn.
Yeah.
The one in front of you has just been bit by the dire wolf and ripped its spine out. Like, it was pretty gruesome. But with this group, you're probably used to it by now.
it's kind of normal, ish.
Okay. From here, I'm going to target the big guy. And like I did prior, once I make some sweeping arm gestures in a twirling fashion that ends in a powerful thrust seemingly into the air, but from there bursts a concentrated stream of just like a air cannon. So I will need a strength save from this guy.
All right. Come on, dice, don't fail me. Well, that's a 2.
All right. So that is 15 bludgeoning. Also, he gets knocked back 20 feet into the hole.
That's friggin' great. I'm sorry. That's amazing.
Into the hole? Yeah, I see 20 feet right there.
Does he take falling damage? Is the question.
This does knock him prone normally, by the way.
Yes. So
Oh, that's brutal. So you can't even
Alright.
fight. He has to use
As-
his movement to stand
as,
up
like, you-
and then climb.
you thrust out this air forward from your fist, and you just see him kind of like try to brace it, but then loses his footing and begins to like lift off the ground. He just falls directly into the sewer hole. Excuse me, the sewer hole, and you just hear.
That's a great gift, Mike.
That's awesome.
The highest of 5s.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
But now he's out of sight.
That's play of the week.
That's a hole in one, right?
Hey, Chris, remember that time when you did the same thing with the Manchun in Waterdeep?
In the fucking no,
Yeah.
in the fucking mimic chest, which
Yeah.
I'm just saying when he said that I was like, no way, that's 20 feet, and I measured it and it's like directly 20 feet, and I was like, son of a bitch.
That's great.
Is that it for your turn?
It is, yes.
All right.
hole in
that-
one, more like
that
hole in
costs
fun.
that cost me 2 key points, by the way.
That was fucking
Of
worth
my
it.
You'll see him climb back out. A bit
I mean, you have to
damaged
move it to stand up too, right?
and dripping with sewer water. And then that's as far as he can get.
Fucking bet.
All right, but tell me, what does his face look like?
He's angry, and he is just staring directly at you, Wrecked, and all of the snakes that are kind of where his arms should be are all just facing at you.
I hope he tries to do a range attack about it.
I hope you knock him down that hole again.
Unfortunately, that is 10 feet. Do you have something else for that?
Just close the gap by 10 feet from him, and then when he moves up to
Yeah,
you.
it's called a shove.
This is true. You just need to push him 5 feet.
All right, and that'll be the end of his turn.
Please tell me you have athletics.
And then
What?
and just gives a bit of a this one behind the barrel's turn. Move to the closest target, which is you, Wrecked. And he will just make regular multi-attack at you, not use Reckless. A 21 and a 6.
The 21 hits.
So as it sinks into you with its teeth once again, it will deal 4 piercing damage to you.
All right.
Missing with its claws as you kind of just like tuck your gut in, and you can feel like the whiff of air kind of go against your clothing. And we are now at Trace's turn. Round 3.
Finish.
Fight.
Fight.
I'm going to again fight this guy over here. He's up again or what? Or is he out of sight?
As long as you're peeking around the corner, it looks like you can see him.
Okay. Fire away. Let's see if I can hit. Longbow Arena. Ooh, that's a good hit.
If that misses, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, that's a good point. So,
To be fair, that could hit a Demogorgon, so...
true. 14 points of damage.
All right, sinking another arrow in to another target.
Huh. Again, I look down my bow. Are you getting weak, old girl? And I move back. And that's my turn.
Onyx.
Okay. Hold on. Get right there. I'm gonna try to do it again what I did before. I'm going to, because I'm technically on my hind record, I'm going to attempt to attack the guy diagonally
Mm-hmm.
and make it look like Rekka did it.
All right. Give me the same checks in the same situation.
Okay.
Sleight of hand at advantage, and oh, you're lucky. And make your attack roll.
I bet this would be especially effective on Snake Hands, dude, because he's just looking for a reason to hate me more.
Unfortunately, the 9 misses though.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, Kadir, you're up. 2 from your line of sight have fallen and met their fate, and everyone has kind of moved up around the corner from where you can see.
All right, so I'm gonna move up. $20, $25, $30. I'm gonna target this one, Hex, Eldritch Blast.
This one?
This one.
Okay, just double checking.
18.
18 hits.
All right, nice.
For 11 force damage. 13 total.
13 total. Is it
All
enough?
right. Anything you want to put with that?
Same. The same as before. Just surrounding him with that black mist, watching it pull him to the ground, and then just firing my crackling eldritch bolt into him, laying him down.
All right. Is that it, bud?
Yep, that's what I got.
Mr. Direwolf, Krev.
Yeah. So I'd start going towards the boss dude. Yeah. Gonna make a bite attack at him.
Okay.
He's gonna bite about it.
Yep. Fuck.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
Figured, yeah. Damn. That's really all I got. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I should have asked you to do this before. When moving in combat, if you can like mark where you were, just so I'm pretty sure you were out of the range of this one, but just for like
Yeah,
future.
no, I moved down here the whole
yeah,
time.
just for like
Yeah.
future reference, so then that way,
Yeah.
like when we're looking at it,
I mean,
I would know for like a fact if it's an opportunity
I
attack
mean,
or
yeah.
not. Thank you, bud.
There we go.
Just again, making sure.
Sure.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's all. You can't really do any bonuses, unfortunately, other than healing as a shapeshifted form. I'm good.
Reckon.
All
Yeah.
right. Quarterstaff attack.
All right. Give me your attack roll.
Fuck him up. Oh no,
I did the opposite.
no.
you fucked up. Like,
So, as you swing, your like quarterstaff just becomes like a little loose, and one of the snakes kind of just grabs it and like rips it from the rest of your grasp, and like just tosses it down beside it. And it's gonna take a bonus action and a little bit of movement to grab it as it lays just about 5-10 feet away from you.
To which I will audibly say, "Oh no, I'm disarmed now." Wait a minute. Bonus action, unarmed strike.
Give me another one. Let me rip your arm off.
I have to take the stupid halfling feat now, don't I? Oh,
Damn
no.
it.
Another
I
miss.
suck.
Hashtag could have been worse.
Yes.
All
I'm actually
right.
probably gonna take that damn feat. The halfling luck or whatever. Bountiful luck. I don't know.
The
I
rest-
might wait till.
The rest of us would appreciate it, but
Right. I don't. I might
Okay.
wait till level 8. The level. It'd be nice to have 20 wisdom.
So this one still pretty pissed off that you sent it down the sewer hole will make an attack roll at you, sir.
All right.
And is it like kind of pulls back, it's like where its right arm should be, you see like 10 snakes kind of peel back, and then as it like pulls forward almost like in a punching motion that you're familiar with, you kind of see the snakes just spread out and try to hit you for that is a 18.
Yep. Just barely.
Right, and that damage will be a total of 19. And as a few of like the snakes like kind of connect into your like arm and some into like your torso, you can feel like a bit of like this venom just starting to seep into your veins, taking a total of the 19, but it would be 4 piercing and 15 poison damage.
I am unconscious.
Oh no.
Whoa, holy fuck.
And then this next one, Krev, is going to you. And that is a 22.
Miss? I'm kidding. It's-
And that'll be a total of 5 piercing damage and a total of 17 poison for a grand total of 22.
Okay, I can't adjust the hit points on the wolf for some reason. It's not letting me. The gear is not there. I'll just do it on D&D Beyond, I guess. 22 damage. No.
Well, I'll minus it for you. But
The max hit point's only 37 on the direwolf, not 51. By the way. I don't
oh,
know
so
why that is.
I'll put you
Yeah.
at the max then, and then minus the what was it, 22?
37 minus 22, so you should be at like, what was it, 15 hit
15?
points? Yeah.
There you go. So as like this, as like the snakes finish sinking into Wrecked, and then like he like kind of stops moving, becoming quite tense, falling to his knees, and then down to his face, becoming unconscious. It'll lurch towards you, connecting solidly with a few of its snakes and dealing the damage, but you are still standing.
Oof.
Then this one will make its move, coming up to its whom it believes to be its brethren, and it'll speak to you. Master wants us to kill. And then move away. Any attack of opportunity from you, Onyx? Hello?
Can I attempt to do like a sleight of hand attack of opportunity on it?
Yes, this one will be at the sleight of hand will be at a normal roll since there's like nothing around.
Okay.
Oh, that one's full health. Damn.
Okay. And then go ahead and make your attack roll. unfortunate. So as it kind of like conveys its message
Well-
to you and like turns to walk away, you swing, but miss.
Couldn't one argue she had advantage, seeing as it didn't consider her enemy, so they wouldn't know the attack was coming.
Ooh, it's a good argument.
It's a surprise attack.
But
If the case.
if I would have, then I think that would have led to a lot more hits with her before. So to keep it consistent, I'll just say no for now. But that is a good argument. If you'd have brought that up in the beginning, I would have gave it to you.
Fair. Worth a shot.
But yes, that's like I
Okay.
said, I would have gave it to you. But that'll be it for that one's turn. And then that one's actually dead. Back to you, Trace. What is this, round 4?
And that guy's... Oh, I can't see him. Oh, now I can. And that guy is full unhurt.
Correct. This is one that climbed from the sewer hole.
Well, I have to kill that dangerous one over there. So I'm going for the same one as before. The leader guy. I pressed Hunter's mark instead of Longbow. That's really smart. There you go. 19.
19 is a solid connection.
Okay, here we go. So that's 18 points of damage.
And he is looking rough. Not as rough as Wrecked, but pretty rough.
Oh. I smile and say, "Next one he'll be dead." And I'll take my usual. This time 4 steps back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's my turn.
Onyx.
Okay. Going to.
I mean, Wrecked's down after taking 1 hit. You've seen how bad the wounds look on Krev as the dire wolf after another solid connection from that one.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to stab the guy in front of me, the guy with the mini hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then as a bonus action, do healing word on Wrecked.
Nice. Thank you.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I still kind of want to do it slightly deceptively, if that's possible.
Yeah, you can give me another sleight of hand. This
Wow.
time, though, it will be noticed, unfortunately. And what I'm going to do is just delete that token and move you right there. And like, you'll still see a slightly surprised face upon him, but then he just kind of like squints his eyes and gives you a smirk. And because you can still speak his tongue, you'll hear, "Bow before your new kings."
Even if he sees through the illusion, disguise self, the disguise self illusion still stays up.
Yeah,
You-
just
Your normal conditions.
because he would notice, so I just moved her back.
Got it.
Okay. So do I still get to attempt my attack then?
Mhm.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
You still get to do your stuff. It was just noticed this time.
Yep.
The 16, I believe, hits. Let me double check. Yes, that's a connection.
Okay.
She did damage.
Oh wait.
All you have to do is click rapier in the chat, and it should roll it for you. Nice.
I'm also gonna use my special dice.
Flourish.
You have special dice? I want special dice.
Bird flourish. One of my bird flourishes.
Adds an extra d6 to the damage.
Yeah.
Aw, I want special dice.
Too bad you're not a bard.
That's it 4.
All right.
Six.
Roll it to it. Oh,
10 damage total.
that is exactly what you needed to bring it down.
Nice.
The connection that you make is the one that counts. How do you want to describe this?
Since he was the only one, okay. Since he was the only one that saw, that saw me with my disguise or whatever, or my illusion, I'm not gonna do it proudly, like taking him down. Actually, no, fuck it. I am gonna do it proudly, taking him down, and I will say in Abyssal, basically what he said, but outwardly. Like disguises the 1T still.
So as like the Broad Guard, you say, "You bow before your kings."
Yes. You bow before your king. There we are. Because it'll look like I basically performed a coup, I guess. Like I overthrew
Yes.
him.
But it is down.
Yes.
And from what is left in the battlefield, only one remains. Kind of directly in the middle of the entire party. Stranded on an island. This wasn't the plan.
Can I can I also tell him to stand down? Like to come forth and stand down.
Sure. Give me your intimidation check.
Like even though I feel like at this point he'd be kind of scared because he'd go by himself, which is me. Ugh.
So it looks back and it sees the leader kind of down, but it still sees you as a Broodguard and it stays put, remaining focused on the goal.
Okay. Okay. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
Do I still get heals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang
it!
I
Dang
would
it!
not have said that in Abyssal, by the way. I would not have said the healing word in Abyssal.
It's a D4 plus 3.
I would have low key like.
I was just waiting for you to skip over it, not even worry about healing record.
Because I said it.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing. Go ahead and give me your roll for that, please.
I said I was a D4. There. 3.
Is that plus any modifiers?
Charisma. So it's a plus 3.
So 6 in
That's
total.
Yeah.
Sweet, thank you.
Alright, 6 HP to you, Reckon. You're awake, face down. You are like, oh my gosh. I was just poisoned. That sucked.
Wrecked is a little less wrecked now.
I can't.
Wrecked WoW is a little less wrecked now.
Wow.
Alright, and then that's it. Kadir.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing as I have before. I'm going to hex up. I'm going to hex the boy, and then I'm going to shoot him. Well, that's either really bad or, yep, that's really
That's
bad.
really bad.
Yeah, I think I do need that feat.
So as like you kind of shoot out your Eldritch Blast, you'll see it kind of just streak directly over it, connecting with one of the stands in the back, kind of just ripping one of the tents to shreds as it kind of like picks up, becomes like encased in your energy, and then begins to vaporize, and then just little bits of shreds remain. Stop hiding behind my turn order.
No.
It's not a good spot.
No.
It doesn't provide you full cover.
By the way, I just want to point out that that Matt's bonfire has just been hanging back here, sizzling that one.
Fuck, I forgot that's still there.
That is correct.
I will have cooked yuan tea for dinner.
It is cooked as shit.
There you go.
I mean, it's only been like 18 seconds. So
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
You dip back
I-
around.
Yeah.
Krev. Let's
All right.
see it. Use that dire wolf speed.
Yep, there we go.
I think that's
And
exactly
then-
what you needed.
He's got 50. movement.
Oh, okay, so it was close.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so 45 was. All right, yeah. Here we go. Bite attack. Where's my sheet? Here it is. Direwolf bite. Not at advantage. There's no allies nearby. Wow. 24 to hit.
that connects.
And here is the damage.
I believe that is a strength
Oh.
saving throw, right?
Yes.
On
So
the back.
7 damage and a saving throw of, I believe it's 12.
It's a
Let me double check.
19.
Yeah, he's good. Nothing happens.
So it takes the 7 damage, but is not prone.
Correct. Yeah, it's a DC 13 strength save, but yeah, 19 is
Alright.
way low. It was kind of low damage.
But you
for me,
sink in
but-
your teeth, and you can feel like its flesh kind of just rip off, and its scaly, like texture in your like mouth doesn't feel great.
Yeah. I would telepathically say I don't have draconic, but I would say just in common, just scaly meat taste
ditch effort, it is going to use its reckless ability and make 2 attacks at you, Krev, at advantage.
Rude.
First one's a 19 as it swings at you with its claws,
Yeah, that hits.
dealing a total of 6.
All right. I can't change it on the wolves, so if you.
Yep, I gotcha.
I'm
And then
tracking
the
it on
next
D&D
one
Beyond,
at
but yeah.
advantage as it tries to bite into you with its fangs will be a 16? 15.
Yeah, that hits.
15.
Wait. That still hits.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's. Yeah, I don't get to play my.
And that is a total of 4 piercing.
All right.
And you are still in your direwolf form.
Yep, still got 5 hit points.
Oops. There we go. Hit wrong button. Trace, it's your turn. After your next attacks have advantage on it. What can you do? Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to do something different than you expect. I'm going to step out here and say, hit him once more, and we can take him home with us. I hold sleep until he's hit the next time.
Okay. Onyx. Still in your brood guard form from what everyone else can see.
I'm gonna move up because there's technically only that one left back there. I was gonna try to pull the sewer lid back over the hole.
All right.
They have a way to like do it.
Give me an athletics check, which will be your action for your turn.
Okay. There we go.
All right, that's enough. And as you pull it, it's shut.
And I'll stand on top of it.
All right.
On top of it, like in the middle of it, but it won't let me.
Kadir,
It's your turn.
there you go. If you hold Alt, you can like move it to a specific position.
Okay.
Wait, I hexed him last turn, so I'm just gonna fire. Okay. And this does have advantage. All right.
Oh. Well, don't kill
No.
it.
Oh shit!
Well, I think I might. So I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Just roll. That's all you can do. Well, maybe not. You double the hex though, but
All right. So that is a grand total of 21 damage.
Well, I don't think that kills it.
I don't think so either. But
Nope.
Have you rolled hex damage?
yes.
Well, then I cast sleep. That was my reaction, right?
As soon as
So
it
I
takes
like-
damage, cast sleep.
And what is sleep? It's 5d8. Yeah. $25.
Ooh, unfortunately, that is enough. It is asleep.
Yay!
nice.
By the blessing of the Moonweaver.
So I'm gonna add that to it, and then what I am going to do is leave it in turn order until you guys let me know your plan. But if I'm correct, the plan is to take it captive.
I assume so. Yes, that was my idea. At least I don't know if my party will follow, but That was my idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I look at Kadir and say, "We capture, we learn."
At which point, assuming we're kind of out of turn order, I'll produce a pair of manacles that I recently bought.
We're still gonna stay.
Nice.
We're still gonna stay in turn order till like the plan is developed. Because if your plan is to take it captive, then we'll remove from turn order. But if like your plan was for everyone to surround it and then like just stab it a bunch, then we'll remain in turn order.
Well, Trace's intention was to learn more because we don't really know a lot about them, and Kadir was trying to learn something about it, right?
So it's still technically my turn because his
Correct.
reaction occurred during my turn. So I'll produce manacles, and I actually have 2 pairs of my manacles in my inventory. I'll say, all right then, one on the hands, one on the feet, yes. And I'll drop 1 pair on the ground, or
It's nice. Yeah.
I'll drop both pairs on the ground.
Okay. And then what I'll do is, I'll wait till everyone kind of confirms the plan, and then we'll move on. So, Krev, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm fine with the plan to take him hostage.
Reckon?
As long as I get to eat this one down here.
Well, it is barbecued for you, though.
I'm also fine with this, and I'll take this as a chance to go pick up my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Good point.
So, then what I will do is I will remove everyone from the turn order, and then find appropriate.
Oh, can I get my dart back as well?
Yes.
Sweet.
So what we'll do here is manacle both hands behind the back, manacle the feet, and then tie a rope around his mouth so he can't snap at anything.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, his mouth is probably
I was gonna say,
dangerous as well.
If you want, I can drag him like the old
Okay.
Western days. You know, just
So-
tie him to my back.
As
whole-
Onyx kind of pulls the sewer hatch over, Trace casts the sleep spell, and everyone begins to take this one captive. You'll hear a bit of like a thunder as like a storm begins to kind of roll in, and rain begins to fall.
I guess we should search the bodies. I'll do a perception check if that's cool.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll try to perception. If I can, I'll first do a smelling perception, trying to find anything.
Sure.
I would like to investigate the corpse of the leader.
Okay. Since we're about at our 11 o'clock end time, do you guys want to do the loot before next session or just right now? Or but in the beginning of next session or right now?
Right now is fine for me.
I mean, you guys give for another. How long does it take? 10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to ask because it would put us over the time. So as long as we're all good with it.
I'm okay with that.
I'm good for another 10 or
Alright.
15 minutes.
Yeah, so
Just wanted to make sure. So, like, as you kind of like sniff around, like the only thing like you can smell is like fresh blood. You can kind of get that hint of like kind of smoke as you hear crackles crackles of fire in the distance. And Kadir, you said that you wanted to take a look at the bodies. If you want to roll me a investigation check.
And keep in mind, Abyssal is one of the languages I know. So if there's anything around him that might affect that.
Gotcha.
That's a 2.
On a D4, which isn't bad.
Damn it, the wrong one again. All right, 13 total.
So, as like you kind of look over all like the brood guard and then like the presumed leader that came up out of the sewer hold. You don't find anything. The only thing that you do find is 4 short swords and 3 rapiers, and a total of 7 shields with 7 sets of studded leather armor. And those are all on like the guild members that had been killed before your
Oh.
arrival.
Wait, so did none of the Yuan Ti had anything? No
Mm-mm.
weapons, no.
Nope, they were just using their claws and their teeth to fight, and searching through, it doesn't seem that there's anything of like parchment or significance on them.
I'd drop wolf form and ritual cast detect magic if we have time. Make sure there's nothing magical.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't think you're in a rush.
Okay.
So come back over here, get rid of Wolfie. Take the 10 minutes to do it.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Wicked Wow.
Good call.
Nice.
All right. Wicked Wow, you gain 11 HP.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's a nice heal.
And it's on my short rest slot, so.
Nice.
Would I see any like guild members around that would be important, like Ragnar or anybody like that?
Oh
Maybe some dead ones.
no, like all the dead are just like kind of like the little bits of faces that you would have seen that kind of had gathered about, but no one is of any significance.
So where would they have gone? Because weren't they in the battle?
Yeah, but they were still back barking orders.
Oh yeah.
There was like another big battle nearby, right?
Well, from what was said, there is battles erupting throughout the entire city, and you were sent as like a reinforcement in hopes to save these guild members, but unfortunately not arriving in time. But like as you guys kind of like settle down from your battle, you'll hear like little bits of steel like sinking in, kind of clanging against like road and other like metal objects, but it slowly begins to just fade, and then you just hear calmness in the like battle aftermath as the rain is falling.
Might need to go join another battle. It sounds. I was gonna say.
Yeah. We could potentially just leave this guy here. I mean, he has.
Yeah.
I mean, alternatively, the other thing I would think to do is maybe put him on a rope, one of his manacles on a rope, and hoist him,
Mm-hmm.
so that he's like above ground level.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
We need to find a place to take him because we may need to join another battle to help others out. Like right now.
I think joining another battle would be more important.
So I guess it makes sense rather than waiting 10 minutes here. I'm just going to spend the spell slot and do cast detect magic. Do I walk around the battle? Is there anything magical?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go find a place to take this guy. I don't know if there's a prison nearby or jail, whatever.
Guild Hall, probably the
Yeah.
best call.
Yeah, let's do that, and then go try to help someone else out because I'm sure they're probably in trouble.
why can't I find the? Oh, 1 minute. Never mind. There we go.
All right.
Okay,
So,
who you're placing the manacles upon like the claws in his feet. I don't think that really requires a check. It's not really that hard to use. And he's like a bit restrained. Is there any other thing particular that you want to do?
I'd
with
probably
him?
have a rope as well to tether to him so he doesn't try to run off.
Okay.
a rope around his mouth so he can't open and close his jaws.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want him to bite.
Oh,
That's a good
before
point.
we leave, I moved my hunter's mark to.
Bound with monocles and tied up, and marked with hunter's mark.
All right. So we'll throw him on. We'll throw him on Krev's back and jump him back to.
I'm not a wolf. Remember?
Oh well, that doesn't change.
Throw him
anything.
on his back.
You
We're
gotta.
just gonna walk him.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So after slaying this little bit of the invasion force and making your way back to the guild hall to drop this one off that you've taken captive, is where we'll call it, and we'll pick it back up in the midst of the attack on Lahles next week, hopefully if everyone's available, and see what happens from there.
Nice.
I do have the experience that you're owed, but you will receive that upon taking your rest.
All right. Cool.
Is it
I
fourth level experience?
am
or-
going to just double check and make sure it's not enough to level though.
No, I don't think it will be.
I don't think we're.
One,
We need 2,700, I think, to level.
It's not enough to level, but you guys will be pretty damn close.
Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
Well, I think that one dude, the boss, was probably worth a lot.
Oh yeah, knocking him down the hole, making him waste a whole nother turn. Mwah! That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was fucking gold.
Yeah, that was probably enough to put another person or two down. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I was not expecting him to hit that hard. That was a bit intense.
Same.
Well. Anyways, anybody have anything to shout out before we get out of here?
No,
Perfect.
well,
Love it. Krev, go ahead and give the announcement.
Oh, stay tuned for tomorrow night. We got the Ravenshaw, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
be there or don't.
Yeah, I will be playing as Raven.
Yep, just after the party slaying all the rocks in the area. Should be great.
Yes.
Anyways, thanks to everyone for watching tonight. All the affiliates up in the top left, just underneath the follower goal. We have Heroes Wanted Discord channel that supports DM streamers, Little Goblin Mage, and we'll have some character art coming out for the characters really soon, more detailed and a little bit more precise to what they were looking for. We have Sword Coast soundscapes for the ambiance music that we had tonight, and 2-minute tabletops for the maps and map assets. All the links down below. Tomorrow night, more Raven's Nest. See what happens next with them, and more schedule down below as well. Everyone have a good night. Thank you all.
Take care. Be well.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Find somebody to raid.